Hello my beautiful amazing movie freaks. So as you can tell from the title, this is going to be episode 2 of my favorite movies of my favorite actors. I don't know how I'm going to reword that, but it's kind of long, but oh well. And if you didn't watch my previous episode, it will be linked down below. It was Jennifer Love Hewitt and Sarah Michelle Gellar. This episode is going to be Leonardo Dicaprio and Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro has 14 because I pretty much love everything he's in. And Leonardo DiCaprio has 7, just as Jennifer Love Hewitt. So let's get started with Leonardo DiCaprio. So number 7 on my list is 2006 The Departed. The reason that one is so high is because two reasons. I didn't really enjoy it and I don't really remember it. So that is the reason that it is number 7. Number 6 is 1995's Quick and the Dead. This one has him in it as the kid, and it's basically in the Old West. So that one was super fun. Number 5, the reason that it's number 5, which is it's an amazing movie, the reason it's number 5 is because I can't really remember it and I need to rewatch it. It's 1995's Basketball Diaries. If I remember correctly, it has to do with drugs and addiction, if I'm correct. If I'm not correct, leave it down below because I can't really remember it. But I really think it sucks that it took him so long to get any type of award, because he's an amazing actor. Number 4 is 2000's The Beach. A lot of people don't like that movie, but I think it's a great movie. It has great thriller aspects and I enjoy watching it, and I just recently bought it. Logan, unlock the door. Dad's here. Number 3 is 1996 Romeo and Juliet. I had a hard time figuring out where I wanted to put that one because it is one of my favorites. So if you guys don't know what Romeo and Juliet is, basically I'm pretty sure everybody and their dog knows what Romeo and Juliet is. Say hi, Papa! It is Romeo and Juliet from the Shakespeare play. Number 2 is 1993's What's Eating Gilbert Grape. What's Eating Gilbert Grape is by far one of my favorite movies. I think Johnny Depp and especially Leonardo DiCaprio basically are faultless in this movie. Their performances were just amazing, and Leonardo DiCaprio's performance in that movie is flawless. I mean, it's just amazing, and for him to play such a part with so much emotion and him not knowing, because he plays a mentally challenged young man, so he plays that part so well. And number 1 on my list, of course, is one of my favorite all-time movies. It came out in 1997, is the Titanic. Titanic by far is one of my favorite movies. It's in my top 5. I could watch that every day if I could. When I was younger, I was so obsessed with, I still am, obsessed with the Titanic, knowing everything about the Titanic, and when that movie came out, it was like icing on the cake. I was able to watch it, you know, in real time, and it was super fun for me. Alright, so moving on to Robert De Niro. This list might be different than my husband's because my husband likes some of these movies better than others, but if you'd like to see his list, let me know. Leave a thumbs up and I'll try and make it happen. So, number 14 is 1995's Heat. The reason that one is so high on my list is because I don't remember it and I need to revisit it again. 2000's Meet the Parents is number 13. I don't really like those movies, but I love Robert De Niro. So he's in it. I'm gonna watch it. It's gonna be on my list. Number 12 is 2016's Dirty Grandpa with Zac Efron. That movie is super fun. It reminds me of my son and my dad, so except for they don't have that relationship. They have a better relationship, but it just kind of reminds me of that. Number 11 is 2013's Grudge Match with Sylvester Stallone. Basically, they were boxers and they fought, and they've been fighting over who won since they were younger. Now they're older men, and they got convinced to basically fight again. Number 10 is 95's Casino. Casino is a classic. It never gets old. Its rewatchability is amazing. You can watch that over and over again. And it's got, of course, Sharon Stone in it. And Robert De Niro. So, I mean, basically he runs a casino. I think everybody knows what that's about, so I won't go into too much detail about that one. Number 9 is 2004 Shark Tales. Shark Tales is a super fun movie. It's got Will Smith. It's an animated movie, and he's a shark. He's like the godfather of all sharks. So, super fun movie for the kids. Number 8 is 1974's The Godfather Part 2. He doesn't have a large part in this movie, but I mean, he's in it, so of course I'm gonna watch it. Number 7 is 2013's Las Vegas. Basically, this is about, I think it's 3 or 4 friends that go to Las Vegas and have like a last hoorah. And, you know, it's just, it's funny because they're old and they're trying to party, and it's super fun. Number 6 is 1993's A Bronx Tale. A Bronx Tale was a HBO movie, I think. And in this movie, Robert De Niro is not a bad guy. He is actually trying to get his son to stay away from that life. But he ends up getting into it anyways. So, you know, it's a very emotional movie. It's a little bit long, but it's worth it. It doesn't drag or anything. So, and it's in, like, I think supposed to be in the 80s, if I'm correct. But yeah, amazing movie. You definitely got to watch that one. Number 5 is 2007 Stardust. This one's like a fantasy movie. I think it's based off of a book. It's got Claire Danes in it, and he plays like a pirate, a gay pirate. And it's got witches and like all that fun stuff. So, and it's got Michelle Pfeiffer in it and a lot of other amazing actors. So definitely try and watch that one. Number 4 is 1996 Sleepers. I just recently bought this one and watched it. It is a great movie. He plays a father in it, and yeah, he plays a father in it, and it's just, sorry, it's an amazing movie. I mean, I can't even really explain it because it's basically about some boys that were abused in, like, I can't remember if it was like a boys' home or like a boys' jail or something like that, but it's a super emotional movie and it's a lot of fun as well. And I also think that Brad Pitt's in it. Yes, Brad Pitt's in it. So number 3 is 2013's The Family with Michelle Pfeiffer. This movie's great because basically they're in the witness protection program and they just can't stop committing crimes, killing people, setting stuff on fire, and they have 2 children that have followed in their footsteps, and basically they're in hiding. Number 2 is 2013's The Big Wedding. The Big Wedding, he plays the father of 3 children who he divorced from his wife. She went to go find herself, and he married her best friend, and her youngest son is going to be married, so they have to pretend that they're married again because the mother is super religious, because he was adopted. The youngest son was adopted. So yeah, and of course number 1 on my list is 1990's Goodfellas. If that's not on your list, I don't know what you're doing. So Goodfellas is by far one of, in my opinion, one of Robert De Niro's best movies, best performance. If you don't know what Goodfellas is, I don't know what you've been doing. But yeah, that is it for my list for Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro. If you guys have a different list, or as I mentioned in the last video, if you want me to go over favorite movies of your favorite actors, let me know and I will try my best to do that for you. In my next episode, it'll be Mark Wahlberg and Steve Carell. And that'll be episode 3, so stay tuned for that one. If you guys like this video or you like any of these movies, make sure to leave a thumbs up. Also, subscribe before you leave. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!